Hey, what's up? My name is Nicholas, this is Black Echo Music, and today we're talking about something very, very special. So rewind to January 2020, Ernie Music Man announced a signature model for one of my biggest heroes and inspirations, Mr. Dustin Kensrue from Thrice. I had been really fortunate a few years prior to that to visit the Music Man factory in 2018 and had seen some of the prototype models for the guitar that Music Man had made for Dustin, and I was so stoked that it was finally going to be like a production model. So excited. So naturally I called my buddies at CMC Music in Sydney and was like, I don't care, like, let's move heaven and earth. I just need to have one of these guitars yesterday. And 8 months later, one of the dark brown Sunburst models turned up at my door, and it immediately became my favorite guitar of all time. Fast forward a couple years, and I became more and more terrified that Music Man might discontinue the model. They've done a couple of different versions of it. They did like a TV yellow version, and then they did like a BFR version in black honey, which I thought was awesome. The only problem is I don't really get down with like a gloss finished neck, so I didn't grab one of those. But I got thinking about a cool idea or a cool version on this guitar and was really hoping that they could make it happen. So I, again, reached out to my buddies at CMC, very politely went, do you think they want to make some dreams come true? And lo and behold, they did. So something arrived yesterday and I'm still trying to figure out how to process it. So, cool mono case. Music Man branded mono case, very into it. I was a little bit apprehensive because I've got a couple of the Music Man hard cases, but this thing is rugged, man. This thing is cool. Check this out. This is a one-of-a-kind gloss black Dustin Kensrue signature model with a roasted flame maple neck. And my aim with this guitar was, I have this whole thing for like vintage aesthetic guitars with modern appointments, and that's why I love the Kensrue model so much. It's got that like classic offset shape and aesthetic, but it's super modern in all of its specs. Stainless steel frets, I love the humbucker and single combination, the stereo switch, I love the control panel down the bottom here, and obviously this neck is just insane. So I kind of can't put into words what this means to me, but I am feeling so grateful right now. So why is the Dustin Kensrue guitar my favorite guitar of all time? I talked about it in my previous video about my original model, but it is just wonderfully dynamic. Thrice is a really dynamic band, and naturally Dustin needs a guitar that kind of matches that versatility. And it just kind of does everything from super glistening, fragile kind of clean parts through to that nice little bit of breakup and crunch, all the way through to like curb stomping riffs. It can do everything, and it really is, he talked about it in his product video, but it truly is a Swiss Army knife guitar. The Dustin Kensrue StingRay from Music Man is my favorite guitar of all time. I have adored my Dark Brown Sunburst one from the day I got it, and I think I wrote maybe 80% of my band's new record on that guitar. It is a constant inspiration whenever I pick it up. So to have a custom one-of-a-kind version of that guitar to add to my collection is quite literally a dream come true, and I still don't know how to process that. I want to say a huge thank you to the team at Ernie Music Man for making this happen, and I want to thank the guys at CMC for just being the best in the business in Australia. So you're probably going to get sick of how much content I'm going to make with this thing.